What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. I've been selling a lot of square bodies lately. I guess it's a little hip to be square here at Rabbit's Used Cars. It's kind of nuts, though. It all started with a fan. You know, he sends me an email, says, "Hey, Rob, I got this really clean one-owner 82 Chevrolet square body truck, jet black," and I get tons of these messages, tons of them. Some are good leads, some are not. And the thing I've learned, you got to be really careful when you're dealing with people that watch the show and things like that, because like I don't want to be a dickhead. I don't want to be like, cut your throat. But you got to understand, I buy vehicles to resell them. I don't buy vehicles to keep them. This isn't Rabbit's used car storage. This is Rabbit's used car sales. So obviously, paying the lease for the car makes for the max profit, and kind of what we're kind of aiming for. You know, I got a picture in the truck, looked nice in the picture. I said, "Hey, tell me a little more about it." This is all via email. So we go back and forth, and then we go from email to text. And he texted more pictures of it. And I said, "Well, what do you want for the truck?" And he told me. It wasn't too far off, but, it wasn't the best price. And I said, "What's the best cash price? And I can have my trailer jockey there, Saturday." And this was Tuesday. He comes back with an offer. And I jewed him just a little off of that, and he accepted it. You got to be really careful, like I said, dealing with your fans. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to cut your throat. I want it to kind of be a fair deal all the way around. He was happy with what I offered him. So, it's kind of like kissing your sister, It's like, But it works out. The truck guy here is absolutely gorgeous. Good-looking little truck. I really, to be honest with you, I didn't do anything to it. We cleaned up, rode around in it. Just a great truck. And we were going to film with it. And then guess what happened? Sold it. So that truck ended up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and came from Louisville, Kentucky. A good buddy of mine calls me up and he goes, "I've got the nicest square body, probably in the country." Spoiler. And he goes, "But it's high." Well, I'm intrigued. How high? And he told me the price, and it was very high. But he does have a very nice truck. I knew this guy, and this thing is hands down the nicest square body around. But part of the deal was he had another square body, and it was a package deal. So I had to take the ugly sister to get the prom queen. And I'm looking at the ugly sister off camera, and I hate that turd. Focus on this. We're focusing on the hole, not the donut. That's what we're looking at. I keep looking back at it. This thing just gleams. Like I can feel the shine in my peripheral vision off of this thing. This is the newest 1987 Chevrolet truck. Give you a little square body knowledge, kids. Square body started in 1973. Last year was 1987, and by far the most desirable year of any of those trucks is usually the really early ones. And probably the most primo one to have is the very last one, which is very odd usually in a run of cars. Usually the early ones do really good. Newer ones are the ones that are worth the least. Well, with square bodies, it's kind of the other way around. You got the ones on the early side bringing good money, and then you got the last ones bringing good money, and kind of everything in the middle is just kind of, they do good, but not as good as, the beginning and the end. Rob, what makes the 87 so great? Well, 87 was a 1 year only. It was the first year for fuel injection in a Chevrolet pickup truck. It's also the first year for the 350 fuel injected in this pickup truck. And it was also the first year for overdrive transmission. Well, what's wrong with a turbo 350 and a carbureted 350? And there's nothing wrong with them. But the thing you gotta understand is, as these trucks got more and more popular, and I think the biggest reason that these trucks are so popular is, one, because 67 through 72s got so damn high that naturally people don't want to spend $40,000, $50,000 for a really nice one. So now they got into the square bodies. Well, now square bodies have went astronomical. Now the OBS trucks are on the way up. These trucks, you can truly drive. And you can drive a 67 through 72, and you can drive a first gen C10, but really drive. This is like driving a new truck. Everything is brand new. This truck has been restored from one end to the other. There's not been a bolt that hadn't been turned on it. They started with an 87,000 mile two-owner truck to begin with. That was damn near perfect. They blew it apart It's got a show car, jet black paint, and it's like that top bomb side to side, inside and out. Ice cold air, all that's new, converted to 134. Lowered it down, it's got a 4.6 drop, 20-inch wheels all the way around, chrome US mags in the center of those BFG tires. And I mean, the truck is just phenomenal. I actually drove it to a local show. I didn't even wipe it down, I didn't do anything. It still had Alabama dust on it. I drove it to a local show, and they were like flies to shit on this thing. I mean, they were all over it. Everybody's like, man, where did this come from? And I love bringing cars in, the best in. And I mean, I've got some buddies that round up some of the best cars around. And this one right here is no exception. I mean, I've sold hundreds of these trucks over the years. I mean, hell, I was selling these trucks when these were just used trucks. And just to put in perspective of how the market has went with these trucks. And I thought about this. I was actually thinking about it while I was in the shower this morning. I bought an 87 red on red. This truck's black over red, but I bought an 87 red on red, one owner that had 90,000 miles on it. That was very nice. Not quite to this level, but very nice. And keep in mind, this was in 98, 99. I was still living at home with my parents. Absolutely perfect. I'm talking about Paw white letters, just a nice used square body truck. Before there were square bodies, it was just an 87 Chevrolet truck. It wasn't a square body. It didn't have a cool name. I bought that truck and I drove it around and I sold it for $6,500. And I thought I knocked a home run. I'll be honest with you, I doubled my money on it. I thought I knocked a home run. This truck right here is a mid $20,000 truck now. So you got to understand how much in 20 years, how much these things have went up in the value. I mean, they've, more than quadrupled. That's the reason I talk to people all the time about the investments in these things. And if you listen to your old Uncle Rob over here, I'll give you a little knowledge from time to time. I was telling you about the OBS trucks. They went crazy, and we got an OBS that's going to knock your eyes out coming in soon too. That's the thing. If you follow the market and you follow what these things do, you can run just ahead of that curve, and you can pick up some good deals and not even sit on it for long periods of time. You can see how the trends are going. And like these trucks right here, I mean, they didn't turn on overnight. And they're not going to go out overnight. These trucks will always be popular. They were popular back then, but they're a new level of popular now. And obviously the cost of living has went up some too since then. But you got to think about it. On a normal collector car, as a rule, about 8 to 12% gain every year on one. These things right here are shooting through the roof, and I don't see them stopping. I'll be honest with you, I think they're going to be running with 67 through 72 numbers in the next 5 years, especially nice examples like this. And there's a lot of cools. You're getting the patina trucks, the patina square bodies, and all the fads that were in the 67 through 72s and the first gen C10s are rolling over into these. A lot of guys are doing air suspension. I mean, you got them dragging out the 6.2 diesel versions of these things, which was a total dog, by the way. I don't care who you are. Even if you own one, they're a piece of shit. I'd rather have a sister working in a whorehouse than a 6.2 in my truck. But anyway, but that being said, that's the cool thing about these trucks, though, and the OBS trucks coming up, is you can truly enjoy them. I mean, I'm looking right now at my dime piece, my 1972 GMC Sierra Grande. It's Barrett Jackson straight up perfect, 110%. There's not a soul that walks in this damn building that doesn't go straight to that truck. You know why? Because it's the best in the world and I own it. But I will be the first to tell you, if I had to drive it every day, I probably wouldn't have it. That being said, you can actually drive this truck and enjoy it. What I like about these trucks, the fuel injection, it ain't no, well, my old carburetor, she's cold natured. You bump a switch in this bad boy, she's good to go. And even better is this one's got a JL audio stereo system all the way through it. So you got good tunes. You can listen to Conway Twitty in style. I tell you what, I like the old square body. I'm getting a little hungry. It's already sold, though. I better not drive this one. I guess I'll just drive the turd instead. Guys, we'll catch you next time in Rabbit's Used Cars. It's Ric Flair, bitch.
You ready?
Whatever you are.
I'm ready.
What's going on, guys? I have been on a bit of a square body kick. They're red hot right now. And then she fucking laughs. Like we not already know. Okay. I'll fill you in on my life right now. Gorgeous truck, perfect lighting, ugly ass cameraman, everything's going. And then what do? Somebody gets up and makes all this and then laughs. Well, he's younger. He said, dude, you're like the Ric Flair car sales, dude. You're this and all this stuff. He got me a signed Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, feather bow in, I mean like real deal robe, signed by Rick.
What?
That is going in my, first of all, I'll check my mail on that shit. Second, then I'll have it framed and I'll put it in my office. Been selling a lot of square bodies lately. I'm not being mean. Maybe a little. I am. How long is we running?
You're 11:30.
Good deal.